These are the biggest mistakes businesses and small businesses are making on social media and how you can avoid them. The first thing we're going to talk about is the content that they're actually posting. There's a lot of different types of content you can actually post, and there's actually a few different mistakes here under content and what type of content you're actually posting. On one extreme, you have businesses that only post sales type content. Hey, we have a sale. Hey, here's this product. And there's no actual information. There's no entertainment. There's no relationship. It's just buy this, here's this product. Social media is not just a platform for selling your products or services. It's a place to build relationships with customers, and you have to provide them value first before they're going to purchase from you. So if I were to sell men's grooming products, I'm not going to just post, here's my beard trimmer, here's my skin product or serum. I'm going to post, here's a guide on how to shape your beard for your face shape. Or here's a skincare routine that might include some of those products, but it's not, here's this product, here it is. It's a lot of how you frame it. So only posting salesy posts is not what you want to do. You want to be giving them value. The majority of your posts should not be sales posts. It should be entertainment, education, and what that person is searching for. Very few people are going to be searching for that exact product when they're on a social media. They're on social media to be entertained and to consume content. Usually not to buy things. They still will, but they're not looking at that sales post. Usually they have to consume a piece of content. Usually they're looking for something, how to solve a certain problem, and having that informational or educational post will get them to your product. And another side of the content mistakes is brands are afraid to show personality. And this can sometimes be from being too professional. Now, there's some spots where you need to be very professional, but you need to have some personality behind it. And some great examples of this is Wendy's likes to take a stand and kind of troll and mess with other brands and be very funny and witty on their posts. And for example, Red Bull has a very high energy and kind of sharp personality to theirs. And maybe you can have your own for your brand. It's just choosing to have some sort of personality. People don't want to follow a brand that's just boring and they don't care about. There needs to be some emotion behind it. And sometimes feeling too professional or salesy can get in the way of that. And that leads me to the next point of being inauthentic. It's coming across as fake, or again, not having that personality or being too professional feels inauthentic as well. And a lot has changed over the last couple years where transparency and showing behind the scenes, showing the owner behind it, the team behind whatever the business is, has become very popular and almost a necessity when it comes to building a brand on social media. It really helps build that relationship and that trust. So if you're coming off as inauthentic, no transparency, and too professional, you're gonna not have any trust there. And it's usually not gonna make for very good content as well. So sum that up, have some personality. Don't be afraid to show things like behind the scenes, some meet the team kind of stuff, and inflect your personality in there. Be authentic, and you can have a sales post in here and there, but try and provide them as much value as you can. The next mistake I see is just being inconsistent and not planning. Just posting when you feel like it or when you randomly come up with an idea. Posting stuff on the fly is very difficult. And while it might seem easier to spend a little bit of time every single day to come up with something to post, it can be more time consuming and stressful in the long run. So creating something like a social media content calendar to post in advance helps a lot. And when you are making this type of calendar, you need to think of things like, what's the type of content you'll be posting? When are you posting it? And what social network you're posting it on? And then any copy or images or tags you're going to include on it. But having a calendar for the week or even the month is very helpful. And it stops you from being inconsistent as well. You see a lot of brands will post for 1 week straight every day and then not post for a week or two. And that is one of the worst things you can do. You need to stay consistent. It's better to have 1 or 2 posts a week consistently than every single day for a week or two and then off for a week or two. Another big mistake small businesses are making is not engaging with their followers. Social media is supposed to be a two-way conversation. If you're not responding to comments, messages, if your business is mentioned, you're missing out on a big opportunity to build your brand's relationship and your brand's identity. This is a great way to start building a community and get your brand out there and build a loyal fan base or customer base as well. And this one also kind of ties in with not responding to negative feedback. you should not just delete the negative feedback. That looks terrible. You need to respond to it and kind of try and make good for it. If you can't make good for it, at least someone out there can see that you're trying to correct it. Whether it does get corrected or not, you need to be engaging and responding to everything on social media. And one of the biggest mistakes is ignoring your analytics. A lot of small businesses will just post on social media, not track the performance or the content type, and not know how they're doing and make no changes. You need to be tracking things like your engagement, your reach, your click-through rate, shares, likes, comments, etc. Anything that can tell you how a post is doing. And you need to analyze and say, okay, this type of content does well, this type doesn't. So maybe I'll stop posting this type as much. I'll post this one and maybe test 1 or 2 new ideas a week. And you go back and it's a constant cycle of seeing what's working, what's not working, doubling down on what is working, and then maybe testing a new idea here and there. But analytics should guide the majority of your content decisions on what to post and how to structure that content. And the last biggest mistake I see is people waiting too long to start or waiting until they feel like they have the perfect outline to start. You can start just by opening a note, jotting down some topic ideas, and then trying to expand on those, Googling around, seeing what your competition is doing, what's working, what's not working, and then just trying to put your own little twist on what is working. And there you have it. You don't have to have a month or a year of content already planned out. Just starting is better than just waiting. So those are the biggest mistakes I see small businesses making when it comes to social media.